chodź. Musimy przejść tędy.
Nigdy nie zdążymy. Jest dla mnie za głęboko.
Ojciec mówił, że jak nas złapią, mamy zmówić Szemę.
Nie złapią nas, Mojsze.
Za chwilę i tak wszyscy będą martwi. Mama, tata, nasi bracia.
Przestań. Weź się w garść.
Ihr zwei, durchsucht die Büsche. Gebt mir das Licht auf die Bäume. Mehr Licht auf die linken Seite.
Findet die Saujuden, die haben sich irgendwo hier verkrochen.
Warte, die müssen hier sein.
Die sind noch im Wald.
Los, in einer Linie jetzt. Die Seite, ja. Du nimmst die rechte Seite, genauso.
Musimy dotrzeć do jej domu przed wschodem.
Wszystko dobrze? Sara, powiedz coś. Sara! Powiedz coś. Musimy stąd iść.
Tak ci powiedziała?
Ale jest tak zdenerwowana, że aż się trzęsie. Wiem, że nas wyda. Od razu widać po mnie, że jestem Żydem. Po tobie nie, Saro. Masz większe szanse beze mnie. Ale co zrobisz? Jak znowu będziesz musiała przepłynąć przez rzekę? Po prostu chodźmy stąd.
Poczekajmy, aż się ściemni. Masz rację. Przepraszam, bracie.
Grisha, a little more of that one and then move on.
Okay, I hear you.
Ukraińcy. I'm looking for work.
You're not from around here?
No.
Jew?
No.
Wait there. I take you to my brothers. Hmm? They have 2 little kids and just got rid of their nanny. She's looking for work. No papers.
What's your name?
Mania.
Mania what?
Romanchuk.
Where are you from?
Correct.
A lot of Jews in Koretz.
I'm not.
Get off the wagon.
Julia Lopes.
Make the sign of the cross.
How old are you?
14.
Why aren't you with your family?
My mother died when I was 11. Last year, my father married a woman from Bogdanovka. She slapped me for nothing, and then tell lies to him about me. In May, she had her own baby. And it got worse, everything.
You want her or not?
No pay. Just food and the roof over your head. You are lucky you showed up on Sunday.
It's pork.
You love pork or are you just hungry?
Both.
Too bad it's the last of it.
Give me Jesus for thy dear Son. The ill that I this day have done.
Manya, come in here.
The ill that I this day have done, that with the word, myself, and thee, I
Ere I sleep,
ere I sleep,
at peace may be.
at peace may be.
Now into bed.
Mania tu.
You sleep in the barn.
I'll do it.
Manya? Clean yourself up.
Germans came last month for our animals. I got word early, thank God, and hid our best stock in the forest. The rest I had to leave for those sons of bitches.
Mania, save me!
After you finish, he's taking you to Koretz to get your papers.
All right.
This will take us all day.
I'm really sorry. I left in a hurry.
And what will you tell your father?
I don't know. I'm worried.
About what?
He'll be angry. He might start trouble and not let me go back with you.
Los, los, marschieren!
Los!
You know her?
Of course not. But it's awful what's happening. God help them.
Save your prayers.
Have you no faith?
Faith! You died with my first wife and daughter. What kind of girl leaves her own family? Hmm?
I have no family. My mother was everything to me.
What am I doing here? We'll go another time.
What are you doing?
It's a waste of time. I can't lose the days for nothing.
It's not nothing. Get her back to the wagon.
Shut your mouth! I'm not talking about it.
How am I supposed to keep up with my quota when they took almost all my animals?
Go grab to him and see if he gives a fuck. Starting next week, bring in 4 more sacks of wheat.
Because I asked a question.
You're not that important. It's for everyone. Now get the hell out of here.
No.
Maybe we can make some money today. The soldiers look like their pockets are full.
Your little one's gotten so big.
And already a devil. This is our new girl.
So nice to meet you. I'm Vera Ivanenko.
I'm Mania Romanchuk.
Where are you from, Mania?
Korec.
Welcome. We can always use more bright young people, please.
Thank you.
Wie viel? Meine liebe Soldaten, 20. 8. 10.
10, gebe dir.
I'll give you shit! Think you can rob us? You filthy Ukrainian? You can take the whole basket. But ask anyone. My wife makes the best wheat loaves in the district. And next week we won't be here. This will be the last you'll ever eat. Zehn.
Thank you. I need to see Katya's new baby before she leaves.
We are still busy.
For God's sake, she's my best friend.
$15 minutes. Go find her.
Damn it, Grisha! You're a smart girl. I could tell as soon as Ivan brought you.
You just missed my friend Marina. She was here with her aunt, who used to live in Korec and knew your family. They'll be back next week.
That's wonderful.
6 grams left. 6 grams till the end of this fucking war.
Hear about the peasant girl in Morozivka? She picked up a coat left by one of the Jews and found 9 diamonds sewn inside the lining.
A drop in the bucket compared to what those parasites stole from us.
You can't go to church like that. I don't wear this anymore. You can take off the hem. That man respects nothing. Even on Sundays, he rolls in the dirt like a pig.
Hristos, istинный Бог наш, молитвами пречистой я своей Матере, преподобных и богоносных Отец наших и всех святых помилует и спасет нас, яко благ и человеколюбец. Причащается раба Божия Ольга в оставлении грехов и в жизнь вечную. Причащается раба Божия
Nadia.
Надя в оставлении грехов и в жизнь вечную. Причащается раба Божия
Mania.
Mania w oставлении грехов и в жизнь вечную.
Who are you?
Lydia.
Are you a Jew?
I'm just hungry.
Wait up there.
Thank you.
you from?
Rivne. But I can't go back. I'm looking for somewhere to stay. I have gold coins.
Don't show them. Not to anyone. They'll know you're a Jew.
I am not a Jew.
Make the sign of the cross. Like this. Right, left.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see the Hail Mary? You have to know it. Say it after me. Mother of God and Virgin, rejoice.
Mother of God and Virgin, rejoice.
Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb.
Blessed is the
If you want to live, you have to learn it.
But it will be all right. No one thinks I'm Jewish. No one.
Well, you can't stay here.
I'm Rachel Dubner.
I'm Mania Romanchuk.
Do you have time to see her?
Just say hello. You are not here to visit.
Marina, this is Mania.
Thank you for coming. Aunt Kati! Aunt Kati! This is Mania Romanchuk from Korets. No. She was only 7 or 8 when you left. She's changed.
Don't you remember?
Louder!
Don't you remember? You made a doll's dress for my 5th birthday.
No dress. No dress.
I was much shorter then.
No! She's getting worse and worse. She can't even be left alone anymore. I hoped she'd recognize your face.
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. How long was I asleep?
I don't know. Let's play hide and seek. Hide and seek, hide and seek.
Okay. Let's hide. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. It's starting to freeze at night. You can sleep in the house.
Manya, what were you saying when you fell asleep in the woods? Shmishma, 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 shmishma.
I don't know. Sounds like Chinese.
The roof's leaking worse. Tomorrow I'm going to the sawmill to get new shingles.
You should take the boys. You know how much they love it there.
The Germans are surrounded in Stalingrad. It will be over for them soon.
So the old goat at the sawmill has a radio.
You'll see. The Germans will find it and kill him.
Maybe the crowds aren't as clever as we think.
Все вышли из дома!
Get dressed!
Иначе спалим! Я сказал, из дома!
Быстрее! Быстрее, сука!
Что за размазни?
Дай мне пару месяцев, и я сделаю из них настоящих партизан.
Get inside! Go! Go, go, go!
Где мясо?
We've got only a root cellar.
Не ври мне, куркуль ёбаный.
We got the potatoes, carrots in bags. 40 kilos. You take everything.
Этот одноглазый еврей, он с удовольствием продырявит твои говняные украинские мозги, понял?
Понял?
Мы просто теряем время. Пусть отправляется к своей собаке.
Is the truth?
В расход.
I'll take you.
Я так и думал. Так, вы двое. Поете со мной.
Это я займусь.
Ты лживая свинья!
Очень хороший.
Оставь это говно в покое, мы еще вернемся. Пошли. А ты моли Бога, что мы не немцы. И на вас бы нитки сухой не оставили. Вперед! Быстрее! Не отстаем.
Come inside.
In a minute. You had to open your mouth?
I thought they were going to kill him.
We didn't take you into our house to think. They were not going to kill him. They want to keep coming back for more food. I can't stand looking at your face.
This was a much kinder death.
I don't like rabbit.
Learn to.
I can't.
Complain to Mania?
It's Ivan. He can barely stand up.
Your big brother struck gold. Ah. But he doesn't forget his own blood.
Where'd you get them?
Where are you hiding your vodka? Huh? Show some hospitality. Hey.
Where'd you get them?
From the prettiest little Jew you've ever seen. It wasn't easy getting into her, but Christ himself never had a better fuck.
Boys, out! Out!
You come to my house to talk like that in front of my children?
Sorry there wasn't a piece left for you. But she... but she wouldn't stop squealing.
You sick son of a bitch! You...
Please stop it! No. Eh?
Excuse me.
Do you know what's happening?
I think so.
It comes every month. Are you cramping?
A little.
This will help. When you're feeling better, we need more kindling.
You got me. We've been searching for this for weeks. The idiot pilot couldn't locate our signal, so he just dropped it and left. I'm sorry about your dog.
Why did he have to shoot her?
Because he's a bastard. No one can stomach him.
I don't care. I want to join you.
I don't think he would allow it.
Ask him.
There's talk he's leaving to organize another partisan unit. Maybe you can join them.
Have you killed Germans? How many?
Not enough.
The big one with the eye patch. He's a Jew?
The bear. His real name is Kapinski. I'm afraid he's not going to be around much longer.
Why not?
His hatred is too strong. He takes too many risks. Are you a Jew too?
Do you have to be Jewish to hate Germans?
It's not so easy to kill another human being.
It must be. If it wasn't, why is the forest filled with so many dead bodies?
That's the rest of my squad looking for the drop. We better go.
Whatever happened between you two is in the past.
You don't know what he did, what he said in front of my children.
I don't care. You are brothers.
Pablo, it's Malanka, and here. Please, for me.
With war all around us, we know this new year will bring times of pain and sorrow. So let us vow to savor all the more those special moments of joy and pleasure.
Let's get some fresh air, you and me. see.
Have you seen them together?
Her and my nephew.
No.
Lie to me, and I'll hang you by the feet and slit your throat.
I've never seen them.
Do you swear on the soul of your dead mother?
I swear.
Is this how you greet your Queen Malanka? With drunken insults? You will show my friends more respect if you know what's good for you.
And where is the Jew?
Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew? Where's the Jew?
Here's the Jew!
I bless this house with good health and prosperity.
He asked me about you and Grisha when we were at his parents' house.
What did he want to know?
If I'd seen you with him.
What did you say?
I said I didn't.
You wouldn't lie to me. Ever? Everyone lies.
Even Grisha?
Especially him.
What are your sins, my child? Go on.
I lied to the man who took me into his home and...
And? What? Is that all?
And
Jugendlaufskolleg. Ihr habt euch morgen früh um 7 Uhr zur Pflichtensiedlung vor dem Gemeindegebäude zu versammeln.
Herr Hauptmann, hier ist alles für morgen vorbereitet. Sehr gut. Wir fangen von dem Sonnenaufgang an.
Pamiętasz, co macie robić? Tak. Idźcie tylko w nocy. Trzymajcie się z dala od drogi. I jeśli was złapią, nie zapomnijcie zamówić szamana. Opiekuj się swoją siostrą.
Jak tylko przyjdziecie pod ogroceniem, zerwijcie je. Tylko nie rzucajcie ich byle gdzie. Schowajcie je tak, żeby nikt ich nie znalazł. Rozumiesz?
Nigdzie nie idę, zostaję z wami.
Jeśli ta staruszka nie będzie chciała was przyjąć, powiedz jej, że sama się zgodziła.
Nie zostawię was.
Mój ojciec zapłacił jej dużo pieniędzy. Musisz przeżyć. To będzie nasza zemsta. Musisz zrobić wszystko, co będzie trzeba. Obiecujesz? Powiedz to.
Obiecuję. Go.
Don't think badly of me. She must have told you about me and the girl before you.
No.
Then why are you scared of me?
I'm not scared.
Good. Don't let her get to you. She's jealous because you're prettier than she is.
No, I'm not.
I think you are.
What animal am I thinking of?
A cow. Moo.
No.
An owl. An owl isn't an animal. Yes, it is. Manya isn't.
Danilo, cover his eyes.
Are you all right? This will bring the fever down.
What did you think when you saw them? Hanging? It was like an awful dream. It didn't seem real. I'd do anything to protect my children. Anything.
I'm not a Jew. I'll leave in the morning, if that's what you want.
Pavlo would have a fit. And that would hurt the boys too much. Did he try anything with you?
No.
My mother said I had to marry him when I turned 15. My father died. We were starving. And he had his own farm. You know nothing about me.
I know you're as strong as he is.
Absolutely not. The partisans are for men, hardened men, not girls like you. Do you think you could kill another human being? You wouldn't be capable of it.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
You are a Jew, aren't you? How do you know our prayers and rituals so well?
My best friend in school begged me to stay when the priest came in for a religious class. We'd sat together since we were 6.
Your friend is Mania Romanchuk. Do you realize the danger you are bringing on the family? Those 2 little boys.
That's why I have to join the resistance.
You'd never survive, my child.
I would. I have to. I promised my mother
bless you. And you, my son. God bless you.
Stepan's birthday.
How old are you? Let me guess. 12?
I am 4.
You are sure? May God bless you, Stepan, with health, long life, and great happiness. God bless you. God bless you.
I can't swim.
I'll hold you.
Go ahead.
Manya, come in!
Relax. Relax. Trust me. Relax. Relax. Trust me.
Everyone out!
Bitte da anbinden.
No. Bojan, no, please. No. I need my hose to finish plowing, please.
If you approach me again, you'll be shot.
Sir, in case you are hungry, there's fresh bread and cheese, and also a bottle of homemade vodka. I know. You are not supposed to have it, but...
Are you trying to bribe me? You miserable piece of shit. Put it in my car.
Lass die Kuh hier!
Thank you, sir.
Los, hauen wir ab.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This is insane! Go ask Ivan for his horses!
I'm not crawling to him for anything.
Why didn't the Germans take his animals?
He was tipped off. I guess he didn't have time to tell his own brother, though.
Enough! Maya, hit her. Harder! Harder! Come on! Come on! Go! Come on! Yep. Let's work. Try. Please, come on. Come on. Come on.
on, come on. Stupid animals, stupid.
This is never gonna work.
Manya, water.
It's late. I'm taking them to bed.
We haven't finished. Are you coming back?
Sleep, baby, I lullaby you. If you sleep, I'll never leave you. By the stones I'll wrap you, baby, and to the sheep my feet will lead. I will hook your little
Unhook it.
on a green sprig on that tree. Wind will blow and gently sway you, and lullaby you to your sleep.
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Before we plant, for good luck, Grisha should come over and fuck you right here.
Oh, you filthy, pathetic old man!
Let's go, come on.
At least your family is good for something.
They are good for a lot of things.
Who did it? Who did it? Pablo, you thought it was some kind of goddamn joke?
Have you gone crazy? What are you talking about?
Uh-huh. It's just the kind of shit you'd pull.
It was him. He did it. Whatever it was.
Did you do this? Stop right there, you little cunt! You wanna die?
Get a hold of yourself.
What are you gonna do about her?
What do you want me to do?
Get rid of her.
No.
Get in the wagon!
Leave now. You get no help from any of us!
What should I expect from a man who can't even control his own wife?
What?
What was that?
Partisans. Look. They are close.
I hope they killed the Germans who stole our animals.
They stole from us too. The night. In the barn.
Was ist passiert?
Halt die Fresse! Meine Kind! Meine Kind! Raus, schneller!
Los, 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 los!
Alle auf den LKW! Los! Okay, Klappe hoch!
Letzte Nacht wurde ein Armeestützpunkt angegriffen und 2 unserer Kameraden ermordet.
Last night, an army checkpoint was attacked, and 2 of our soldiers killed.
Unser Führer Adolf Hitler hat angeordnet, dass in allen besetzten Gebieten für jeden deutschen Soldaten, der von Partisanbanditen ermordet wird,
The Führer Adolf Hitler has decreed that in all occupied territories, for every German soldier murdered by partisan bandits,
10 Zivilisten hingerichtet werden, unverzüglich.
10 civilians shall be executed.
Ausführen!
Komm! Oberst?
Lass ihn gehen. Einheit bereit! Zieh! Lasst sie, wo sie sind. Dann könnt ihr sehen, wie sie verfaulen.
Do you miss your brothers and sisters?
I don't have any brothers or sisters. I've told you before.
But do you miss them?
No, I don't miss them.
What do you miss?
I don't miss anything.
I didn't want to say this in the house. She asks too many questions.
What is it?
The Americans and the British have landed in France, and the Russian army is closing in. Know what that means?
Yes.
There's something else I never asked you about. That day in the field with you and Ivan. Was it because of what he did to the Jewish girl?
Yes. Soldiers, hundreds of them. They're being attacked by Russian planes.
We need to get underground.
I'm Sarah. My name is Sarah Goranlik. I have to go home.
The cowards? Is there anyone even left?
Maybe a brother.
It's not safe. Russians are bigger animals than Germans.
I'll be fine. Goodbye, Danilo.
So you do have brothers?
Yes. Goodbye, Stepan.
Can you come back?
Maybe.
Да, они уже, наверное, на полпути к Германии.
Hey! Wait! Where are you going?
На Берлин!
Please wait! I need help! Don't leave me! Kapinski! I'm a Jew!
Ты что делаешь? Останови машину.